Alright, so this got announced today, and I'm very interested to see what they'll do with this. So, Fox has not only announced a Deadpool movie earlier this year. Well, not earlier. I think a month ago, about a month ago, they announced a Deadpool movie. Now they have announced another X-Men character who's getting his own solo movie, apparently. Although this could easily change at any given time because Fox is as fickle as Warner Brothers. And that character is Gambit. Now, Gambit, as we all know, was Channing Tatum was cast as Gambit, and I'm completely fine with this. The more I know, in my initial when I talked about, I don't know if I'm feeling Channing Tatum as Gambit. I don't know if I'm feeling that. But the more I thought about it, and a little bit of help from my good friend Deanna, aka Pop Culture Diva 42, on this whole idea, the more I'm like, yeah, I could dig Channing Tatum as the Ragin' Cajun. I could take that, and. All honesty, I think he's going to be really good at it. I think he'll be really cool as playing this character. It's in his repertoire, really, playing the cool guy, the cool main action hero. I think that's in there. I think that's in there for him, and he does want to do this. He really wants to be Gambit. In fact, he was going to play Gambit in X-Men 3, but he got cut out. So. He's now, and you see in an interview with him about Gambit, he's all like, oh my god, I'm playing Gambit, this is going to be so cool. So, you can't fault the guy for wanting to be this character. So, anyway, with that, what could they do in a Gambit movie? Well, I think the best logical route you can go for a Gambit film is to do something along the lines with the Thieves and Assassins Guild. So obviously you'd be bringing up Remy's family within the Thieves Guild. You'd be talking about his brother. You'd be talking about, of course, Belladonna. Belladonna, the head of the sorceress. Depending if they do keep her magic, because Belladonna does have magical abilities. But I think that's the best and really the real logical route you can go with Gambit is do something with the Thieves and the war between the Thieves Guild and the Assassins Guild, and really kind of bring that up. Now the big question is this going to be rebooted, like how the X-Men films kind of got rebooted in all their continuity? So is this going to be, are they going to say, X-Men Origins never happened? Well, technically, you can say, that never happened. But is Gambit on his own, or is he in this new continuity with the X-Men? Is he like an extended member of the X-Men? Was he one of their students that went through them? Or is this him doing his own solo adventure and then at the end finding his way to Xavier's? I personally think what it should be about is Gambit, part of the Thieves Guild. He's been part of them for a while. The war with the Assassins Guild breaks out, and from there, he eventually kind of finds out, he can be a good person, and he takes himself, he literally goes to the Xavier's Institute and talks to Xavier, and he's just like, look, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I think it's time I start making some right choices, so I really want to help you people. So I think that's how I would do it, is at the end, Remy kind of realizing, I should be using these gifts for something greater. I should be, using my powers for something greater and, do something with my life and, have some meaning in here. So going at the end to, the Xavier's Institute, or even have it that, the X-Men find him. You have the other X-Men characters in this film. Like, I wouldn't say Wolverine because he's everywhere, but maybe have, like in the comics, it was Storm who found him first. So have Storm be the one who finds him and introduces him and talks to him, talking to him about being an X-Man, then leaves, and then, he comes back, and at Storm's request, he becomes an X-Men alongside them, and then you have him in the other X-Men films. I think that would be a really cool way to kind of take that angle and really run with it. Other than that, I can't really see anything else to do. I mean, you can do, there's a few other things, like, is Rogue going to be in this movie? Could Rogue fit in this film and still be a love interest for him, or are they going to go with somebody else? Because Gambit has had a few ladies in his life. Let's not beat around the bush here, people. Gambit has a few love interests in his life, but it's always been, Anna Marie who's been the one who's really loved him. So would they recast Rogue, or would Anna Paquin be Rogue again? I don't know. That's a good question. And would they have Rogue, or would they just say that Bobby and Rogue are still together and Gambit's just off being Gambit? Anyway, again, that's the thing. There's a lot of ways you can do this movie, but I think the best way to go is the whole Thieves Guild thing. But yeah, anyway, really not much else I can say other than I really hope this Gambit film really goes through, and yeah. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and you guys tell me, what do you guys think of the announcement of a Gambit movie? Do you guys like the idea? Do you guys hate the idea? And what do you want to see done in a Gambit film? Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.